the Doodle Dad Year podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me, controlling our kids through comedy on the remote, home working front, can make our kids great again. And this is episode 45. Daddy isn't pescatarian. So, just to explain what I mean by pescatarian is a diet that mostly consists of eating veggies, cheese, and fish. So here we go. Daddy isn't pescatarian. Daughter, are you eating meat? Daddy, sake steamed chicken with ginger and scallions. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. I'll drink another sake bomb to that. Can I get a holla for some holla? Daughter, are those meat tacos? Daddy, duck tacos, actually. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. Duck skin doesn't count. Hipster cred beckons. Can I get another holla for some holla? Daughter, are you eating meat? Daddy, cheesesteak to be exact. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. I've got semi-sharp provolone left to put some hair on your nuts. Daughter, is that sausage? Daddy, turkey sausage, actually. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. And I was eating turkey burgers in LA before Jeremy Piven on Entourage. Daughter, is that a field roast from Whole Foods? Daddy, traditional meatloaf with added veal meat for extra supple filling. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. Resist this. Can I get one more holla for some holla? Daughter, are you eating meat? Stir-fried Hunan beef. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Like the original Super Jew, Jesus Christ. Good for you. Daughter, are you eating chicken? Daddy, fragrant, crispy chicken. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. Doesn't smell so yuck anymore, does it? Can I get a holla for some holla? I keep on saying that so I can completely repel any blatantly anti-Semitic listeners of my podcast. Daughter, are you eating chicken? Soy sauce, Daddy. Soy sauce, chicken wings, to be exact. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. We ran out of blue cheese. Carrots and sun butter instead? Daughter, are you eating chicken? Daddy, beggar's chicken. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. You want to dance for a nibble? Daughter, are you eating chicken? Daddy, oyster chicken. Son, but Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. I'll save some oyster sauce. You can dip my scallions in it. Daughter, are you eating chicken? Actually, Cantonese pressed duck. But Daddy, we're pescatarian. Daddy isn't pescatarian. And I've been ducking this dish for years. Hope you guys enjoyed that gemery of food, fiction, humor for your entertainment only. This is science of fatherhood not working in my dad's favor. Scientific studies prove distant, belittling fathers are more likely to produce sons prone to obesity, especially when mom doesn't mix up her peanut butter and jelly routine ever. Some hippie mom. Fake news hippie in the house. Science of fatherhood not working in my dad's favor. Scientific studies prove involved dads produce sons who suffer less psychological problems, like turning into Mr. Defensive because dad was always striving for his offensive best. Science of fatherhood not working in my dad's favor. Scientific studies prove sons of involved dads are more popular in pre-K. Are more popular. Scientific studies prove sons of involved dads are more popular in pre-K. That explains why my son is picky, whereas I only recall a standalone playdate with Boogerface. I bet he's a 42-year-old virgin. He smelled like puppy chow. I think his name was GJ something. Wasn't Joe. Science of fatherhood not working in my dad's favor. Scientific studies prove distant, belittling fathers produce sons more prone to sexual, deviant behavior. So deciding to live in West Hollywood after college wasn't in my best interest. Finally, a scientific fact in my dad's favor. Men who drink before conception are more likely to have sons who abuse alcohol. I can't blame that on my dad directly. My mom's crazy hick gene from Kentucky rearing its ugly head again. My mom is originally from Jefferson, Kentucky. Growing up, she would say, "Son, Kentucky's known for two things, horses and pretty women." And my reply would be, "Mom, put your sundress on." Before he told me that dad is hung like Seabiscuit. Hey now. Celebs playing dad. Brad Pitt playing dad. David Fincher scripts were bumming me out, man. Brad Pitt playing dad again. Floyd had to get off the couch sooner or later. Man. Brad Pitt playing dad again. Don't get me wrong. I love killing Nazis and all in my films, but revenge pics are so tired Tarantino at this point. Unless he pens one where Uma Thurman gets to gut Harvey. Here comes Weinstein in Grindhouse 2. I'm so much cooler than Johnny Depp. Can I get a holla for some holla? Ben Affleck playing dad. Normally, dads don't move to New York City after rehab in Malibu to curb their enthusiasm for boozing all night long. Jeff Goldblum playing dad. 2 kids later at 68, Jeff Goldblum feels right on schedule. How convenient. I'm sure his boys will feel the same way when he forgets to zip his fly doing the Humpty Dance at their Dino Rocker theme bar mitzvah parties. Do the hump, do it, baby. Do the hump, do the hump, do it, baby. Hey, I do include my podcast as being explicit, so deal with it. Resist this. Ryan Felipe playing dad again. Does Reese, Mama, ask about me anymore, or is her love for daddy gone to pieces because of my cruel intentions of making her jealous by banging a younger actress before my cameo for Crash never materialized? Can I get another holla for some holla? George Clooney playing dad. Clooney opened up how fatherhood changed his life once and for all. Let me guess, he no longer feels so distinguished. Plus, massive acid attacks in England made him flee back to Rapewood and sunnier, walled surroundings at light speed. Will Smith playing dad. What do you think of the dress, Dad? I think a tailor is in order, son, if you want another shot at rebooting an iconic movie franchise. But for kicks, the dress looks adorable on you, kid. Neil Patrick Harris playing dad. I know Mario Cantone is funnier than me. I'm not a traditional stand-up comedian. Kids, remember, I thought you were just a child actor with good timing, Dada. Ryan Reynolds playing dad. My boobs just didn't pop out of nowhere, girls. But don't sweat it. You're bound to follow after mommy's Golden Globes when it's your time to pop. David Beckham playing dad. Pele does bicycle kicks. Not me, kid. But I can show you how to kickstart your ab workouts into high gear in no time. Chris Hemsworth playing dad. I learned how to surf at Bondi Beach with Brody as my surf whisperer. So hop on my back, kid. You got nothing to fear when the ghost of Swayze is near. Salman Khan playing dad. Bollywood actor Salman Khan, no relation to Wrath of Khan, wants to embrace fatherhood through surrogacy. Because he's not marriage material. How convenient. Or as they say in India, why buy the cow when it's not arranged or skewed in your bold, rich, and beautiful flavor? Stay-at-home dads hate each other with more fury than their wives questioning why their 4-year-old son didn't fall out the window while they rocked out playing the imaginary keyboard on top of the radiator in a rock video with his big sister. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. It's always a seat-off because you know he's a stay-at-home dad because you see him with his kid in broad daylight during non-rush hour hours. Ha, yeah, your wife is blotchy, boring, busted. Sucks, doesn't it? Can I get another holla for some holla? Stay-at-home dads hate each other more than their parents ruining Skype forever. From their off-putting first performance in Arizona, retired. Ma's got bedhead. Her shitty Dunkin' Donuts coffee breath fogs up the screen as we speak. Meaner equals funnier. Stay-at-home dads hate each other more than wives who insist you hate everything their parents do. Because native New Yorkers love Man City gear, the BBC, and fruity Hobbit wizard films with hardcore Beastie Boys devotion. Stay-at-home dads hate each other more than your wife trying to subdue your grandiose announcement of comically fucking up Chris Rock and Jim Gaffigan in your book, The Stay-at-Home Comedian. To be the man, you must beat the man. You'll never get it. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. Plus, most project artificial airs of superior importance. I don't sweat it because the stay-at-home comedian dad gets laughs outside the home 24/7. Long time! You have a disheveled beard hiding 3 chins. Congratulations for breaking my heart. Congratulations for tearing it all apart. I'm being repetitive. Great song, Congratulations, by the Traveling Wilburys, by the way. Something to ask Cortana or Alexa to play for you later after this podcast. Obviously, you're so engrossed right now. So let's get back to the joke. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. It's always a judge-off. I'm at the winter ball dance with my 7-year-old daughter. I think most of the dads here work in banking. No wonder I'm the only one here dancing to myself to My Way by Frank Sinatra. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. I'm no better than judging them as soft nobodies who never made a coke hole in their life. But what really angers me is their half-assed disposition toward being blessed with the greatest role of their lives. Can I get an amen? I said amen! Stay-at-home dads hate each other more than their parents, ruining Skype forever from their off-putting first performance in Arizona, retired. Ma looking like she'd been up all night, tossing over hyped up tax return reveals on Maddo. That was a real mouthful. Kim Kardashian cannot get her mouth around it. And that is not a critique of beautiful Kim. I am a huge fan of the Porcupine Puss forever. Stay at home, and she's definitely the top of the Porcupine Puss food chain. Can I get another holla for some holla? Stay-at-home dads hate each other. We won't even make eye contact in the streets because it signifies our desire to bond with house bitch dads, which we don't. Never, ever, 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 ever. We're more emotionally honest with our begrudgingly loss of leverage in life. Great line, I know. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. The way Gentiles sniff out too tall fancy Jew in fancy public golf courses at the driving range with his 3 too cool for school kids, or I'm just being a full-blown paranoid Jew about it. Stay-at-home dads hate each other. Most want out. I want more in. I'm not talking about my wife, of course, but more time to create bang bang magic on top of my laptop as a stay-at-home comedian dad inside. The end. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Random jokes from the past 2 Sundays. Whenever I'm out in public with my 3 kids, I hear, "You've got your hands full." My reply, if I had an open marriage with Susan Sarandon, I'd have my hands full. Day and night, night and day. Plus, my retired mother is content being burnt out on another indoor summer in Arizona, 7 years and counting. Can I get another holla for some holla? Mind of a stay-at-home comedian dad flirting at the high school track in the age of Me Too. I can't believe I'm acting out cupping her monster melons with my enormous paws in front of me as I pump my arms furiously around the bend. Yeah, good luck hearing this material from edgeless Jim Gaffigan. Can I get another holla for some holla? Daughter, do you think Uncle John really had a kid's birthday party to attend? Stay-at-home comedian dad. It's an elaborate excuse, I agree, to blow off playing with you three kids at the park that's like 2 minutes away from where he lives. My daughter says, I agree, Uncle John is not smart. Ha! Stay-at-home comedian dad. I have created a comedy monster. You could only hope to contain her. Key search words that I was found on LinkedIn for last week were sales, business strategist, and homemaker. I better start plotting the sales plan attack for my new line of stay-at-home comedian robes for the upcoming holiday season then, to accompany my future best-selling humor book, The Definitive Guide, a modern-day do-it-all dad, father, daughter-son bonding, the stay-at-home comedian. Like Mel Brooks says, it's all about merchandising. Merchandising. Woody Allen hinted Ronan Farrow might not be his son. But if Frank Sinatra is Ronan Farrow's dad, why isn't Ronan Farrow knocked Woody out yet? Hit pieces in the New Yorker don't pack the same punch, wormy. Me Too solution for my gorgeous 4-year-old son. Screw his Jewish naming ceremony. Help him write his college essay on Tim Tebow and make him apply to only safety schools like Utah State Community College. Great joke, I know. Another Trump accomplishment. Trump made Tiger great again. He got Tiger to loosen up again. On the back nine. Lindsey Vonn is overrated in the sack Don, and I would know from personal experience. Pumping up my 4-year-old son after making the monkey bars his bitch. Way to fill out that tank top, Archo USA. Mom laughs in the background. She approves of my emotive cheering. Grandpa would try to subdue my ADD. Ha! Relax, son. Don't get so excited. Relax, Josh. Don't get so excited. Mind of a stay-at-home comedian dad, letting the age of B2 get to him at the diner. Son says, can we leave now? Sure, Art Show. Let me just, what, Daddy? I was going to say, grab the waitress? And I should know better after watching The Accused one too many times. Container store, cashier. This him being cute, but nice and well-meaning. Do you kids want to go into the containers? And with my 3 kids, there's a stay-at-home comedian dad being me. You think I'm raising drug mules over here? Cashier laughs long time. Can I get another holla for some holla? Explaining to the wife why she got off again and not me. I need to spend more time in Manhattan to reload a new fantasy material to mine from behind. Ha! Wife's response to my Ancestry.com results. 52% Eastern European Jewish, huh? Funny. But my estimates, you're an annoying Jew 80% of the time at least. Ha! Explaining to the wife why she got off again and not me. Your definition of rough is me just getting friskier. So I stopped myself from coming on too strong from behind. The uppity voicemail judge critiquing my voicemail. It was decent. You've left longer. How many potheads from the valley are critically acclaimed Pulitzer Prize winners? My daughter acting French after a requested sip of wine. I love blends. Nordstrom, worker. With my 3 kids. Dad's day today? Stay-at-home comedian dad being me. I'm writing a book called The Stay-at-home Comedian. I'm like Ice Cube in suburbia, except every day is less gangster paradise and more... except every day is less gangster paradise and Ice Storm dreary. Ha! I love this. Another guy I met at the park. I work in finance. I don't think Trump really understands how finance works. How much are you worth exactly? Will you pleasure Jamie Dimon in the steam room if the price was right? Mind of a stay-at-home comedian at Nordstrom with his 3 kids. Dad's day today. Huh? Is today Dad's day? She must think I'm a divorced stay-at-home comedian. I wouldn't mind her booty call visitation rights on weekends only. Most annoying wife comment in my office ever. You look tired. It's not from you getting your body into ultra bangable shape because I'm an asshole, because I'm an asshole. Never loved a Magic Hat beer ever. Laughingstock Double IPA felt like divine intervention. I had to try it. Blow Sierra Nevada Torpedo out of the water. Vermont in the house. Represent, represent, represent. Represent, represent, represent. comedy podcast critic is following me on Twitter now. I better bring my A game or my podcast will be relegated to the zero-punch musings of Doc Shepard or the supposed to be deep ramblings of Bill Burr. Trump derangement syndrome peaking. My resistor fake news hippie parents have refused to acknowledge texted pics of my kids in a fighter jet at an air show and another picture with my son holding up his homemade cutout flag on top of his putter. All I gotta say to that is, cry, cry, baby. Cry, cry, baby. Janice lives. Wife, stop sounding edgy. Stay-at-home comedian dad. I'm Mr. Wonderful and the rock of this family, all wrapped up into one. I'm off the weed, booze, and almost IPAs altogether. But accusing me of edgy won't play well in court, I'm sure. Cause I'm an asshole. Cause I'm an asshole. Obviously, I am having the most fun I've ever had on a podcast today. So, can I get an amen? I said amen. Stay-at-home comedian dad at Michael Arts and Crafts. Baby boy cries in mom's arms after 2 seconds. Stay-at-home comedian dad. Give him to me. Bored with mom already? Welcome to my world, kid. Candy store. 17-month-old baby boy strokes a stuffed pussycat animal on display. Stay-at-home comedian dad. Better stick to stroking pussies through VR goggles, kid. Forevermore. For the record, Kanye West has more talent in his left nut hair follicle than Chris Rock has in his scrawny, one-rib body. You were edgy for a year, and you can't carry a film if your life depended on it. Kevin Hart proved that. Can I get another holla for some holla? My phone rings. Wife being original as ever. Is that your mom? I think at least mine doesn't take extended holidays in England, away from her 3 grandchildren and a husband to annoy her sister to death. The one still alive. Lord, please don't kill me before I get famous. Can I get an amen? I said amen. Outside of Cosby slipping you a Quaalude, nothing is more intrusive than your wife calling up to your office through the Alexa dot speaker from downstairs to tell you to turn off Spotify during the 1 hour she has to look after our 3 kids before you record your podcast and cook dinner. Mind of a stay-at-home comedian dad in the age of Me Too. Your baby has gorgeous eyes. Consensual dry humping on the sidewalk when I was 19 doesn't count as sexual assault, you know. Zipper burn on my love gun is a different story altogether. Do it all dad smoothie tip. Fresh blueberry, frozen raspberry smoothies with pineapple juice and ginger taste 10 times better hungover the next morning. Plus the ginger in it tastes less gay. Can I still say that? Mom text, disliked. We won't be able to visit in February anymore. Sorry. My dreamy reply, Rachel Maddow isn't sufficient enough company anymore in your Arizona estate shrine to yourselves? We won't be able to visit in February anymore. Sorry. Mom text disliked. My dreamy reply again, burnt out on taking my polar bear kids for hikes in the desert, Mom. No offense. Offer some peyote buttons to make it interesting? Mom text, dislike. We won't be able to visit in February anymore. Sorry. My dreamy reply, why don't I get back to you after Kavanaugh gets confirmed and the blue wave turns to blue balls come mid-November? Can I get just one more holla for some holla? Do it all dad smoothie tip. Always close the lid on your Ninja blender after making fruit smoothies, unless the next morning you want your sink to attract flies and resemble the set of a Sally Struthers infomercial. More edgy barbershop material. Barber, your son sure likes lollipops. Is that not manly enough for you? Dominic, I ain't no fag, Scalante. Drive-through, TD Bank, heckling 7-year-old daughter. You have a shared bank account with mama because you don't make any money. Stay-at-home comedian dad. You know you weren't planned, buckaroo. Roots of my happy baby stem from turning our bed into a 24/7 open milk bar. You're planting seed to self-esteem on steroids. So stop bitching about your precious loss of alone time, ladies. Pinterest this. My impersonation of talk radio great Dr. Savage. My podcast will be the most innovative. I'll be able to develop deeper, longer ideas about cooking, religion, and rock and roll because I'm a rock star cantor gourmand beneath my gruff know-it-all veneer. Doesn't Daddy look sexy in this shirt? I don't know about sexy, Daddy. How about devilishly handsome? Fine, but Dreamboat Kurt Russell, you're not. Your chosen curls don't even come close. Ha! My daughter's the best. Way funnier than me, obviously. Mind of a stay-at-home comedian. Dad, at a wedding party. I can't keep my hands off your baby boy. This is some chesty Italian girl. Can I dance them all night? This is Daddy addressing his 15-month-old son at the time. You're like my surrogate substitute on the dance floor. You do realize that, right, kid? 4-year-old son. Dad, you want a nanny? I want a nanny. Stay-at-home comedian dad. Do you want Daddy to write the stay-at-home comedian book from home or not? I hate my 7-year-old daughter, my wife's geisha robe, more than my wife in it, because it highlights the thought of how my daughter wouldn't break my back walking on top of my back in it. Because I'm an asshole! Stay-at-home comedian offering spiritual counsel. If God created the universe, Daddy, who created God? I say God went back in time in a time machine made by Elon Musk. Real convincing, Dad. Thanks for making me an atheist at 4. This is the Do It All Dad, your podcast. Dad-friendly entertainment for you and me. Controlling our kids through comedy, especially from the work-home remote front, can make our kids great again. And I will talk to you guys soon.